Hello and welcome to today's feature. Now before we get started with today's tour, I want to kick things off by asking you a very quick but a very important question. And that question is, what does the perfect property need to deliver on in order to be the perfect property for you? Now for many people it's quite often the case that they can't even begin to decide what the perfect home would look like before first deciding what the perfect location must deliver on. And of course what makes the perfect location is going to vary depending on your preferences and depending on your lifestyle. But if you're somebody who likes to enjoy time, being active outdoors, if you enjoy romantic strolls with your better half, or if you've got children that you have to keep entertained and you enjoy exploring Mother Nature, then surely having a spot such as this, quite literally on your doorstep, has got to be a massive bonus. Now to bring things back down to earth for just a moment, of course when you're not exploring the great outdoors, you've got the everyday practicalities that you need to factor into the purchase. Now if you're looking to buy a property with children in tow, you'll be delighted to hear that today's home is just 2 minutes away from the highly regarded Stanner Primary School, with Baines Primary School just a 2-minute commute in the opposite direction. On top of that you've got Millfield Secondary School just 9 minutes away, and Lambs Road connects you to Poulton-le-Fylde with ease, where we've got schools such as Hodgson Academy and Baines Secondary School. Now location wise it doesn't get much better than that. Now whilst you've got the cobbled streets of Poulton-le-Fylde just a 9-minute drive away, and all your favourite brands available at your fingertips from Affinity Lancashire, which is at a short commute in the opposite direction, the honest truth is that you need not leave Thornton, and that's because right here in Thornton Village you've got all the shops, all the amenities and all the day-to-day necessities that you could ever wish for. Whether you're looking for somewhere to get the perfect haircut or a great takeaway, or quite simply somewhere to enjoy a cocktail or a cold beer at the end of a long week, this spot offers something for everybody. So that's enough about the location, but what about the property that we're here to feature? Well, the home that we're here to visit on today's video is none other than this gorgeous red brick imposing detached home that you can see just over my shoulder. Now I have to say that the first word that springs to mind when you step onto the plot of this property is grandeur. There's something incredibly regal and almost premium about this property. Now one of my favourite things about marketing homes is having the opportunity to look back and learn more about the history, the stories and the people who have passed through the door over the years. And when we was researching for this particular property, we found that some decades ago one of the earlier residents of this home was none other than a highly regarded local tailor. So to that end, if you're looking for a property which is quite literally tailor-made for modern day family life, then you need not look further than 47 Station Road. Oh, welcome to Escape to the Fylde. Now I'm sure you'll agree when I say that the first impressions that this property gave outside were nothing less than exceptional, and that's something that very much continues into the inside of this home. But I'd like to pick up where we left off, sticking with that theme of history. And the reason why I want to talk to you about history is because this home is absolutely steeped in the stuff. In fact, everywhere you look there's a subtle reminder of years gone by. Now whether you're a fan of features like the original stained glass detail, or whether you've got a keen eye for detail yourself and you appreciate the hand craftsmanship that's gone into pieces such as this staircase, it's fair to say that Station Road offers something for everyone. Now on top of that we've got those high ceilings which really do give this house more depth and only amplify that feeling of space which flows through every room of this house. And speaking of flowing through to every room of this house, let's take a look at the first reception room, which we find just on the left hand side. So the first reception room that we find at Station Road is the family lounge, a room of great proportions and again a room that gives a subtle reminder of the history of this impressive home. For example, we've got this panelled feature bay window which is surrounded by stained glass detail, which adds a real pop of colour and welcomes ample natural light into the space. Now that first reception room really does offer a very cosy, warm, welcoming, intimate feel. We come into the back of the home and we get a slightly different experience in that here at the back we've got 2 reception rooms that join together seamlessly and span the entire width of the property. It really does have that nice flow and that open plan feel that people are often looking for in 2022. Now one thing that I love about this space, and indeed this home throughout, is how it seamlessly and effortlessly combines the old and the new. For example, we've got this architecturally unique and incredibly quirky window, which for me is a great feature in its own right. But again, we see it surrounded by that gorgeous stained glass detail, something that works in complete contrast to the brand new double glazed bifold doors at the dining space, which really does take you on to that gorgeous landscape garden at the back. Of course, we've got natural light flooding in from both sides, which again, with the high ceilings and the vendor's choice of design and decor, really does open up this whole space. Now, just next door to the dining area, we've got the family kitchen. I have to say that the current configuration is perfect for really making the most of the available square footage. We've got as much built-in storage as the modern day family could need, as well as all the mod cons and the appliances that you could wish for. That includes an integral dishwasher, an oven, grill, a mic, a 5-ring gas hob, all of which really are top of class in that they're all Neff appliances. So if you're looking for a home that can give you all the quirks of history, but give you the very best of modern day living, for my money, Station Road has got you covered. Now here on the first floor we have no fewer than 4 double bedrooms, but it only felt right to start the tour right here from the master suite. Now I have to say that this is a room of incredible proportions, but as well as having an insane amount of square footage, you've also got the added benefit of ample built-in storage which surrounds the bed and of course the outer border of this room. Just over my shoulder you'll notice this corner feature window which gives you a dual aspect out onto the plot of this home, and looking through the window you'd be forgiven for thinking that you're the only home on this road, and that's because from the window all you can see is a leafy outlook, the trees that surround, and birdsong filling the air. Quite the outlook to wake up to in the morning. Now the master bedroom is served by a private ensuite facility which features a walk-in shower, toilet and wash basin. The other 3 bedrooms on this floor are served by a family bathroom suite with a bath, walk-in shower and a separate WC. Now, since the existing homeowners purchased this property, they've further developed the home into the top floor of the property, where we find the 5th and final bedroom. Not only have you got a double bedroom complete with skylight, we've also got the added benefit of a developed home office space, as well as additional storage. Now, whilst you're taking a final look around the property indoors, I'll get ready to meet you outside, where we see yet more potential from Station Road. Now, the current proud owners of this property are a family with children in tow, and they told me that when they was developing this home, they wanted to make the most of not just the square footage internally, but they also wanted to make the most of the plot that this property sits on. They wanted to create an outdoor space that the whole family could come together and enjoy in all seasons, and from first glance, I think it's immediately evident that that's exactly what they've achieved with this garden. For example, we've got this raised decking that's been added in recent years, which flows on brilliantly from those bifold doors that were touched on earlier today, creating a real continuity between the outside and the inside of this home, as well as giving you a great canvas to dine al fresco or enjoy your favourite glass of wine or cup of coffee on a warm Fylde Coast evening. And speaking of the sun coming out, because this plot is so broad, you benefit from every point on the compass. In fact, the existing homeowners have assured me that regardless of the time of the year, if the sun is shining, you're well positioned to capitalise on a piece of that action. Now, you might notice peeking over my shoulder that we've got this tremendous outbuilding to the back of the plot. It's a real pretty rustic looking structure, which for me is a great signifier of the history of this home, but also a real nod to the further potential that this plot has got yet to be fulfilled. In past years, we believe that this was used to store horses because you can see the scars of time quite literally hidden in plain sight. To the left hand side, this is where the carriage would have been stored, and to the right hand side of the structure is where the horses would have lived in the stables. What is currently being used by the existing homeowners as a home gym once upon a time would have been a hayloft. Now, this structure is incredible for additional storage, or indeed if you wanted to create an outdoor workspace or keep a gym as the existing homeowners opted for. But if you wanted to further develop this property and create an annex, for me this is the perfect structure to do exactly that. Ideal if you've got older children who need independence, elderly relatives that you might want to come and stay with you, or extended friends and family that might visit occasionally. Subject to obtaining the relevant plans and permissions, for me the potential in this space is absolutely remarkable. So as you can see, you've still got all the storage that you need for your horse and cart, but if your transportation needs have evolved over the years and you've got cars that you need to work out where you're going to park, then fear not, because the plot here at Station Road really is extensive, and you've got all the off-road parking that surely the modern day family could need. For example, the driveway stretches right from the front of this home all the way down the side elevation of the home and wraps right around to the decking where we explored just a couple of minutes ago. Now, before we wrap up on today's video, I just wanted to say that if you see all the potential that I do with this remarkable home, and if you believe that this property could tick the boxes and needs of your family, then please do give me a call on the details that follow to ask any questions, or indeed to arrange your very own private visit. For now, I've been Ben Moore, this is Station Road, and we'll see you on the next one.